again. My name is Rebel and I'm the Rebel Reseller, and today I'm going to be doing another one of my brand videos. Recently I was doing some kind of comping, I guess, and I came across a high dollar Commonwealth Plush and I thought that's the one I'm going to do. And I've been amazed at some of the things I had never known existed. And you know, 23 years of selling plush, I've seen a lot, but even I get reminders when I'm doing these research videos. So how I do this is I go into eBay and I do a search, Commonwealth Plush. Then I filter by used, because used is what we're going to find at yard sales, estate sales, thrift stores, and solds. And then I filter by highest first. And then I also open up Terapeak because I need to find out what the actual price is that it's sold for. And then I go into the seller's store, check their feedback to see if they've got positive feedback on the transaction, because that's the best way to find out that that it's a legit sell. Y'all know, like with the Beanie Babies, you can see that it sold for $10,000, but it really didn't. And then I also can see if it's been relisted on there. You know, I'll see the same listing multiple times, but I also go into their store if I don't see positive feedback to check to make sure that it wasn't relisted. And that's the best I can do. I have written on each one of these if they received positive feedback, but otherwise they didn't. And we have to assume that the transaction did go through, but we don't know. All right, so Commonwealth Toys. Now you're going to see a lot of commonality, especially when we get into the higher dollar ones. I've never heard of this one, so I was shocked. It says Kenny Rogers Hero Plush Dog. It sold for $50, but now that I've showed you that it did, I'm going to take that off so that we can see some of the pictures real quick, because it won't let me look. See, it says here Kenny Rogers Hero, and then there's the Commonwealth tag. I have never seen this plush before. I know I would pick it up just because it's unique and it looks vintage, but all right, this is Little Baby Bum Nursery Rhyme Daisy the Cow musical, sold for $50, best offer. All right, this is a large unicorn plush. There are quite a few large plushes on here, but there's some small ones that are quite amazing. This is a 31-inch unicorn plush. Y'all know me. I don't like the big plush, but if you see Commonwealth unicorns, at least go ahead and check the comps to see if it's one of like this. It sold for $52. This is a little terry cloth plush. Always pick them up, check the comps. Not all of them are high dollar, but a lot of them are. This would definitely catch my attention. 1989, little puppy dog with the terry cloth material. Another plush frog with hearts on it. I'm trying to see what the size was. See, I like to take a picture with the tape measure. That way they know exactly what they're getting. 24 inches long. So another, not too bad. It would definitely ship in a priority box. These intrigued me. These are jelly bean plush. Just a large variety of the different colored ones. I don't know if I've seen them before. But if you ever come across, sometimes when you're at yard sales or estate sales, you might come across a whole bunch of the same kinds of things, just in different colors. These 6 sold for $55.25. And the buyer left positive feedback. This one I went looking for tags. There are no tags, so I'm going to have to agree that it's Commonwealth, but I've not seen it either. This is a really neat store to go look in if you just ever have time. They're a large store like me and they sell a whole lot of plush. This is a Humpty Dumpty nylon plush. It sold for $59. They do have 2 of them. That's why you're seeing actually an active listing. A little Christmas white polar bear plush from 1986. It sold for $59. Clowns. I pick up all clowns. This one is very cute. 1990, has the yarn hair, really in excellent condition. It shows that it has a paper tag that was cut. Don't list these as new. $59.99. I think this was also a different one of these was listed in my Animal Alley video. His name is Hubert. Pretty sure. I think he's Commonwealth and Animal Alley. This one though sold for $60. I don't think the other one that I showed did. So definitely keep your eyes out for a Commonwealth Animal Alley 36-inch bear. Very cute. You know, the whole multicolor. I think this is referred to also like color block. It says lollipop on the shirt. It's amazing that that has lasted because one wash and all of that lettering would have come off. It sold for $67.50. This is a Nighty Night Monkey. They've used but like new with tags as their condition. It sold for $69.99. You're going to see quite a few from this series. This is the big comfy couch. These are the Dust Bunnies, Fuzzy and Wuzzy. I have found them just a few times. They're ugly and most people might pass them by, and if they didn't have tags you might not know. So just kind of familiarize yourself with all of the big comfy chair. I don't think you can go wrong picking up any of them. The twin Fuzzy Wuzzies sold for $74.99. This was a velvet frog plush with the crown, 20 inches long, sold for $80. This is a puppy dog blueberry plush, 9 inches tall. It's got that, kind of looks like terry cloth, but it's not. I've got to come up with the right word for that because I haven't figured it out yet. It sold for $70. Pac-Man. I've found a couple of Pac-Mans, but it wasn't Commonwealth. Look at this one, got the eyes. From the 80s, there was another one that had several of them together, but I think they had listed it as new, so I wasn't going to show it. But this one sold for $85. This, I would have picked this up. They are saying that this is 1937 Commonwealth Feed Me Teddy Bear. It sold at auction for $89. And I looked at the pictures and I couldn't see anything, but they said down here it's a 15-inch tall teddy bear which was produced in 1937 by the Commonwealth Toy and Novelty Company. Very interesting, but love that. All right, Ted 2, the talking bear plush. There were a lot that were new in the box. This was one of the first ones I could find that was used. It sold for $89.99 and the buyer left positive feedback. Lots of legs. There are smaller versions of this. I think this one sold for as much as it did because it is larger. It says it has 50 legs. And I like the way they did the little curl in there. I don't know how long it would have been. I guess 66 inches long. But it sold for $99. All right, this is a Dr. Sigmund Owl pull string plush. They do have a video showing that it works. It sold for best offer of $90. See, I look at these and I'd have picked them up. This one intrigues me. Haley's Comet. glow-in-the-dark tail. Let me see what they say down here. It's 19 inches long. It's from 1985. It sold for $93 at auction. And there were no other ones on Terapeak. All right. Gray mouse with a cute little heart dress. They've used country, cottagecore, plush. It sold for $99.99. All right, we're only a little more than half and we're already in the $100. I might have to do a second one of these videos and feature like things that are 25 to 50 because as you can tell there were quite a bit of the high dollar ones. All right, Curious George says it's a large 26-inch plush. He sold for $100 best offer. Mr. Bigglesworth from Austin Powers, $19.99. Says he's 26 inches long. He did have damage. He still sold for $110. Now there were quite a few of these in different colors. There were yellow, pink, tan. All of them were relatively high dollars, you know, 50s and above. This one was a teal one. It was the highest one that I could find that was used. This one sold for $125 and the seller received positive feedback. So amazing. It says they are chenille. Let me take this off real quick and I can show you what the fabric looked like. Look at the fabric. It just had these bumps on it. There's the Commonwealth tag. Only like 13 inches, but there was a whole bunch of them. This is a lion from 1994. This one says it's light blue. I did see a white one that I think sold like $70 or $80. But this blue one sold for $125. Very cool. More Molly. More big comfy couch. There's lots of characters in that series. I picked a few of them, but this one is Molly. She is the large 27-inch doll. She sold for $125 best offer. There's another girl that's kind of pink. She's Lunette. I didn't get one of her, and there's a cat also that I didn't take a picture, share with you guys. So go look them up and familiarize yourself with them. All right, this was, I have never seen this one before. I didn't even know this one existed. But he is from the Big Comfy Couch, Major Bedhead. He sold for $150 on auction, but there were lots of other ones that sold for buy it now in the same price range. All right, and then here's the sofa. I didn't even know this one existed either. It sold on auction for $250. All right, Angry Birds. You're going to see quite a few of them now. You're going to have to check every single one you see because some of the, I think one of the largest selling ones is a 5-inch plush. All right, these are Angry Birds, but they're from the Rio movie, a series of 6 of them. They sold for $145. I find the 2 blue ones quite often, but I don't know if I find the other ones very often. But I might have to consider holding on to them now until I could maybe make a larger lot. All right, a jumbo yellow duckling sold for $170, 1993. All right, $200 for the green pig that looks like a postman. 5 inches, no sounds. Now, I'm not sure if that means it was supposed to make sounds or this is one of the plush that doesn't make sounds. But a lot of times, as soon as I pick up an Angry Bird plush, I squeeze up here at the top of its head to see if it's going to be one of the sound ones and if it works. But I buy them even if they're not working. But $200 for the Postman, and there were lots of solds. All right, this one. Now there are several in this series. There is a yellow dog. I think there's like a elephant, but they all are Commonwealth, and I think they're all called Jumbo Love. This one was a bunny or a dog. I guess they couldn't decide which one, but they used the word Puffalump. If it's not Fisher Price, don't use the Puffalump. It's nylon. Some people use parachute material, but this one sold for $200, and there's several more that are like above $100. So anytime you see this large plush, it is Commonwealth. Pick it up, pick it up. All right, another one of the Angry Birds. This was the Mighty Eagle. There were quite a few of these in the higher dollar, but I went ahead and chose one that had positive feedback with it, just to show you that it's a legit sale. This one sold on auction for $205.50. Another one, I guess his name is Terrence. He's one of the red jumbo plush. He sold for $250. All right, oh, here's the purple hippo. Same one, Jumbo Love, 30-inch, nylon, not Puffalump. $255. This. Now I saw I think there's a Superman too. But this was the Batman from 1966. Sold on auction for $304. I want to just look how neat. But I mean, you can see there's an issue. Definitely that. I'm sure that one's going to be really hard to find, but wouldn't it be amazing? All right, last two. We're at $300. Angry Birds. This is a 5-inch plush Happy Birthday sash and hat. No sounds. $325. Check comps. And then the big dollar one, also received positive feedback, is this construction hat Bad Piggies pig plush. 2011, $375.95. So I bet you we all will be watching this summer when we're doing our sourcing to find Angry Birds. Hope you enjoyed that. Like I said, I think I'll go ahead and do a part 2 at some point to show things for like $25 to $50, because if you're picking them up for a quarter, 50 cents, maybe even $1 at yard sales, definitely worth it in that price range also. I still pick them up and, you know, to sell at the $10 range. So, you know, we all have to find our sourcing points where we want to, you know, where we won't list for less, but I'm good with the bread and butter. I talk about that all the time. All right, I haven't had breakfast yet. It's all about food for me. Which meal is it almost time for? Bye.